Good morning, y'all. It's Alec with Sharing the Journey, and this is week 12 of Fat to Fit Fridays. I cannot believe that next Tuesday we'll be on the road to South Carolina. Now, I think Monday's video is going to give y'all an update. We've had lots of changes in our plans for next summer. And so Cindy and I are going to go over that with y'all the first of this week. Now, this has been a crazy week. The end of the season has all kinds of get-togethers and parties and fellowship time. I know that we went out to dinner with two different couples this week, and I'd like to report that I did a very good job. Cindy and I are really trying to save money, and we're trying to slim down. So at both dinners we split a meal, and I think that with our new eating habits that we were full. We weren't hungry. We have found that over the last month, if we go out to eat, which we usually do every 2 weeks, usually on pay week, Cindy and I will treat ourselves to a date night and a special dinner. But we've been noticing we're bringing home more food than we are actually eating. So now we've pretty much decided that if we can agree on a meal at this place, because Cindy's got a pretty bland palate and I like a spicy palate, that we will split the meal. I think one place we got a bison burger, just a bacon cheeseburger, and it had bison meat instead of hamburger meat. We got that and a potato, and we split the potato, we split the burger, and we were fine. So I'm trying to be a good steward of my money, trying to live a healthier lifestyle. Now I will say the third event was not so great. Miss Sonia here at the campground decided to host a party before everybody left. It was homemade spicy chili. There was cake and ice cream. There was coleslaw. There were all the fixings. Cornbread, I believe, was there. And I kind of threw caution to the wind there. And I ate some cake. I ate a little bit of ice cream. Oh, and I will add that one of the couples we went out to eat with invited us over to their camper. You've seen Peggy and Fred on several of the videos this season, maybe last season too. I know they came to visit us in Rockport. So anyway, after our very sensible meal, we went to their camper in town, which was 3 blocks from the restaurant, and she made homemade brownies with vanilla ice cream. I may have had a smidge of both. So food, I think we did okay with. Water, I did great with my water this week. I was able to get all the water that the goal has. What is it, 64 ounces? Got all that in, and so that's good. Now, I did not fast this week. As you know, I fasted the last 2 weeks. I'm still learning about fasting, and I don't want to cause any damage or harm to myself. So I think I'm gonna fast once every other week for the time being, for 24 hours, and do a 36-hour fast once every 3 months. Maybe every 6 months. I'm still doing research on that. I've read some conflicting reports. So there's that. My steps, my 10,000 steps I've been doing so good on. I know I hit it 3 times this week. I feel like I hit it all 7 because I've been working a lot, but I lost my watch, which I now have back. Somehow or another, it had gotten put, I guess when I was putting clothes up from doing laundry, the watch was loose or it came off. But anyway, I found it in with all my t-shirts actually this morning. So I've got it back and we'll be tracking that again. So overall, I think I had a fairly good week. I'm still feeling great. Didn't gain any weight, so that's good too. But I tell you what's concerning me, and then we'll get into how much I weighed and all the totals, is Tuesday we leave Montana and we head for South Carolina. We're gonna stop in Blairsville, Georgia. So we're gonna go 20 to 15, 15 down to 40, cut 40 across. 40 in Georgia drops out at about an hour and 20 minutes, I think, if I remember correctly, from Blairsville. So we're gonna go see Robert and Steve in Blairsville. We've been wanting to get some information on buying a lot there. Been saving for that for like 4 or 5 years in my 401k. So we're gonna do that, just get some information. Then we're gonna run over to Hilton Head Island, probably stay there 2 or 3 days and visit my sister and my parents. And then depending on time, we may go up to Virginia to see Bob and Debbie, which were our managers when we worked at Columbia Falls RV Park in Columbia Falls, Montana 3 or 4 years ago. We've kept up with them and they've become very dear friends. I hope we have time to do that. It just depends on, I mean, it's a long way from Montana to Georgia to South Carolina to Virginia back to South Carolina. So I've kind of put down a budget number for how much I can afford to spend on travel this trip. I've told Cindy no national parks, no stopping at the biggest ball of yarn or whatever other attraction we see along the way. We're gonna hit the scheduled stops. It's gonna be a very tight winter financially. And but what concerns me, the reason I went through that whole diatribe, is what concerns me is that I'm gonna be driving most of the time. I know I'm not gonna get my steps in. I'm not going to be stopping every hour to go to the bathroom, so I'm not gonna be slamming back water. When we travel, we normally cook in a crock pot or the convection oven. And when we travel, we have to run the inverter to run the plugs, which means we have to use our batteries to cook, or we could use the generator. But the way we understand our camper works is the generator will charge the batteries, all the juice will go through the inverter, and it's a lot of strain going down the road. So we typically eat sandwiches when we travel, and then we'll do a Cracker Barrel or something in the evenings. And all of those restaurants that we sleep at they're not very healthy, and they're very high calorie. So I'm concerned about my calorie count, my water intake, and my lack of exercise for probably the next 3 weeks. We're supposed to be at our new job on October 24th. So probably for the next 3 weeks. I don't know what's gonna happen to the weight loss challenge. I will still report on Friday mornings. It's gonna be dismal, I feel. And I know I'm looking at it very negative, but I saw the results from this week. So, the results from this week. Week 12. I weighed in this morning at 204.7 pounds. Now, we all know I started at 219.5. I feel great about that. That I've lost down that far in 12 weeks. But if you look at last week, what did I weigh in at? 204.7. So I didn't gain weight, but I didn't lose any weight. So you add another week and average it out, and my weekly average is 1.2 pounds. Now my goal through this is to lose a pound a week. So we will see if I'm able to at least stay at the pound a week average over the next 3 weeks. So anyway, y'all have safe travels. Pray for us on the road, and we'll see you down the street. Bye.